On a beautiful spring evening in Shawnee, Oklahoma, we welcome you inside Mabee Arena at the Noble Complex on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University for Division II postseason volleyball. It's the Great American Conference quarterfinals between the hosting and number 1 seeded Oklahoma Baptist Bison and the visiting East Central Tigers. Hello, I'm Taylor Maples, excited to bring you GAC Volleyball live on the Bison Sports Network. The Oklahoma Baptist Bison carry a 15-and record into this one, 10-0 in GAC play, riding the waves of a 20-game conference win streak and a 10-game home win streak. The Bison hope to repeat this year as GAC Tournament champions. The Tigers carry in a 5-6 record on the year, 4-6 in GAC play, in their first year led by new head coach Cherie Lindsay. And what a turnaround it's been for East Central, rebounding from a 2-29 record just a year ago to earn a spot in the GAC tournament this year. Malia Leatherland will get things going here for Oklahoma Baptist, who has first serve wearing green, working from left to right across your screen here in the opening set. First swing of the match is going to go to Alani Jordan, and she puts it on the floor for the first point, and it will go the direction of the Tigers. The visiting East Central Tigers start Sydney Dungeon, Alani Jordan, Darcy Kaiser, Kamira Landry, Anne-Marie Dominic, and Tati Garcia. Their libero wears number 2, Alejandra Delgado. First swing for the Bison is dug out there by Kaiser and put right down into the donut of OBU for a 2-0 start here. That was Tati Garcia, the junior from Gibsonton, Florida. One of 7 transfers on this ECU Tiger roster. Service from ECU was dug out by Carranza. The swing from Weber went nowhere. So it's a 3-0 run early here for ECU. Swing on the near side from Brown, going high off the hands is Tania Brown. And a nice move there from the sophomore from Mesquite, Texas, to pick up the first Bison and slow the momentum from the ECU Tigers. It'll be Deanna Carranza to serve now for the Bison, trailing 1-3. High off the hands of Buell. Nice recovery there from Leatherland. 1, 2, 3, and into the donut. The tip from Deanna Carranza hits the floor. The play sort of fell apart for OBU there, but Carranza was able to tip it over right into the donut and on the floor to make it a 2-3 Bison trail here early in the opening set. Carranza to serve. Nice dig from Delgado. The overpass, though, set up here for Tania Brown, near side. It'll land. 3-3. The Bison able to climb back into this one, exchanging 3-0 runs. So far are the ECU Tigers and the OBU Bison. 3-all. Carranza to serve. Floats it in there. Delgado on the pass. Swing from Garcia connects. And it'll be a side out. Be the first time we see Tati Garcia serve now. She was an all-GAC second-team honoree for East Central University, the first Tiger to earn postseason accolades since the year 2014. Garcia to serve. Leatherland on the pass. Set here for Tania Brown, high off the hands, but it stays down on the floor. Another big swing. Carranza can't come up with it. And the point goes to the ECU Tigers. 5-3 the score. The Bison are coming off a 3-0 victory at Southern Nazarene to finish the regular season. ECU's last match was a 3-1 win over Southern Naz Tuesday night in the first round of the GAC tournament. Garcia's serve is deep. Leatherland goes for it. Little miscommunication right in the middle of the floor for OBU, as it was Deanna Carranza and Kaylee Buell who collided, made two quick contacts between the two of them. 6-3 now, the score, in favor of the ECU Tigers. Garcia serve. She tries to target Taryn Weber back in that right corner and sails it long, so it'll be a service error for Garcia. And now a 4-6 deficit for the Bison. It'll be Tania Brown to serve. 10 service aces on the year for Brown. Floats this one in nicely. Set on the far side for Narcisse. Far side for the Bison now. Taryn Weber can't connect on a big block there from Alani Jordan. Alani Jordan leads the ECU Tigers in total blocks now with 42 on the year. And it'll be Alejandro Delgado to serve 7-4. Set far side for Weber. She tips it over. Good defensive play from Kaiser for ECU to keep it alive. Carranza onto her knees into the donut. Set here near side and a swing from Helmuth who connects. The freshman from Dallas, Texas. The GAC Freshman of the Year, I should say, from Dallas, Texas. Slams it home, and it's a 5-7. It'll be Kaylin Ina to serve. Ina with the pass. Set here for Helmuth. Sends it home. Big swing for the Bison from the freshman Avery Helmuth. 6th in the GAC in hitting percentage, coming in at a .280 figure for Helmuth. Picks up a big point there for the Bison, makes it just a 1-point match here in the opening set. 6-7, Ina's service. Swing on the far side from Narcisse is good. Make it a 2-point difference here. Checking in for the Tigers is Lisa Gonzalez. The first time we've seen Gonzalez today, the junior from Jarrell, Texas. Came to ECU by way of Temple Junior College. It'll be Gonzalez to serve. 5 service aces, 5 service errors on the year for Gonzalez. And the ECU Tigers serving. They target Kelsey Chavez, set up far side for Leatherland. Big swing, but it was dug out by the ECU Tigers. Tipped at the net, now jousted for. Kaylee Buell able to pop it back up. Leatherland with some topspin. Back into the donut, dug out by Delgado. Over the top again is Leatherland and Helmuth, and now straight into the net from the ECU Tigers. OBU and the Bison able to just outlast East Central in that point. Couple of jousts at the net. And ultimately, the ECU Tigers with the unforced error. So it'll be Avery Helmuth to serve now. 7-8. OBU trailing here in the opening set. Jousted for again at the net. Able to pop back up was Buell. Leatherland will just have to send the pass over. Punched right down onto the floor for ECU. It was Kamira Landry who saw an opportunity back at the far right corner and was able to place the ball well and extend the lead now 9-7. The ECU Tigers over OBU here in the opening set. Darcy Kaiser to serve. Overpass from, I believe it was Tania Brown. And a big swing that's going to rattle off of the backboard, raised to the roof here in the Mabee Center. They'll play it live. Chavez to set. Tipped over. And Malia Leatherland puts it back on the floor right into the middle of the donut. Great vision there from the senior from Broken Arrow. One of 5 Oklahoma native players on this Bison roster, along with Julia Brenton, Rylan Moore, and a couple of injured Bison, DeVry Youngblood and Kinsey Velade. 8-9, the OBU deficit. They're going to be awarded the point here on a double contact from ECU, so we're tied at 9-all, the first time we've been tied since the beginning of this one. If you've joined us late, welcome to Shawnee, Oklahoma, the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University, for a quarterfinal match between the OBU Bison and the ECU Tigers. Little clumsy play here for the Bison. Leatherland able to just put it over, and nice touch there. Carranza dives to the floor, so does Buell. Again, Leatherland sends it back over. Big block right in the middle there from Kaylee Buell, able to be kept alive by the ECU Tigers. And Buell again comes up big. Audrey Papard on that block for the Bison. ECU thought they'd tooled the block and it was going to go off of Papard wide, but she was able to land it just inside the sideline for OBU. It's a 10-9 OBU lead, first lead they've had on the day, and that's going to be erased right here. On the tip from Jada Abercrombie, and the ECU Tigers level it at 10-all. This is the third time these teams have squared off this year. The last home game for the Bison was against the ECU Tigers. Here's Leatherland set up. It was tipped at the net and slowed down. Now a swing from Garcia blocked by the Bison. Here's a set from Buell. Big swing from Papard. And the kill. Audrey Papard puts the Bison back ahead 11-10. Kaylin Ina will be replaced by Taryn Weber checking into the front row for OBU. The Bison won the last contest between the ECU Tigers and OBU back on March 23rd, 3-0. They've played twice this season, and the Bison have won 6 of the 7 sets played. A 3-1 victory as well over East Central back on February 19th. We level back up here at 11-all. It'll be the ECU Tigers to serve from my right. They target Carranza. Buell with the set near side for Tania Brown. The kill is good. OBU credited with the point. Wasn't sure if that one was going to go wide, but the linesman and up official agreed that it was in. So a 12-11 lead here in the opening set for the OBU Bison. Deanna Carranza, the senior from Lima, Peru, who got to OBU by way of Polk State College in Florida to serve. Set far side for Jordan. Kill is good. Level us at 12-all. Malia Leatherland looked to her right, couldn't move her feet quick enough. She was near the back line, might have thought that one was going to sail long. Either way it lands, 12-12 score here in the opening set. ECU service targets Leatherland. Buell to Papard, off the hands and down. Just the way you draw it up for OBU there. Dug by Carranza. Buell with the set, and Papard with the attack. It'll be Tania Brown now to serve for the Bison. Set far side for Delgado. Dug out by Brown for the Bison. Brown will take it herself here off the set from Buell. Again at the net near side, punched at by ECU. Kept alive after it was jousted for by Kaylee Buell. Leatherland goes to the floor for the Bison. Right in front now for Avery Helmuth. Carranza defensively jousted for at the net and kept alive. Good point here going. Another block made by the Bison right at the net. That's Buell and Papard again teaming up. Swing now made, and it's going to go to the Bison. They're going to say that Aaliyah Narcisse was into the net. And after a marathon rally, OBU comes up with a point and now has their biggest lead of the night, a 14-12 margin. Tania Brown, the sophomore from Mesquite, Texas, to serve. Some miscommunication from ECU on the attack, and a big swing from Helmuth. Off the hands of Darcy Kaiser and out of play. Tooling the block is the freshman Avery. First OBU Bison player to ever win the GAC Freshman of the Year award, and she's had an impact already in this one. Tania Brown. Again at the net, the Bison putting up a brick wall with Avery Helmuth and Taryn Weber. And they've made a little bit of a run here, have the Bison 16-12 as a timeout is called. And we're going to step aside as well. This is Oklahoma Baptist University Volleyball on the Bison Sports Network. Welcome back to the Maybe Arena inside the Noble Complex on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University for quarterfinal GAC tournament play between the hosting and number 1 seeded OBU Bison and the East Central Tigers. The Bison with a 16-12 lead. That was the first timeout taken in the set. It was by ECU. Tania Brown in service, and another miscommunication here on the floor for ECU. Leads to another point for the Bison, who now lead it 17-12. What a year the Bison have had. A perfect 15-0 record, 10-0 in conference play. Brown to serve. She targets Delgado, the libero. Near side here, swing by Kaiser is wide, and it's another point for the Bison, who've put a little distance between themselves and the Tigers here in the last several minutes. Now lead it 18-12. Tania Brown to serve. She leads the Bison in this one with 3 total kills. Another swing goes high from Darcy Kaiser. She was looking for the tip at the net, I believe, from Avery Helmuth, and was unsuccessful in her argument. So it's a 19-12 Bison lead now. The service ace there for Tania Brown. Alejandro Delgado, the libero, sent it sideways. And it's an 8-point advantage for OBU, 20-12. Tania Brown to serve. Another tough pass made by the Delgado, the libero for ECU. Set here for Helmuth. Big dig from Garcia. Just sneaking it in there is ECU. Malia Leatherland with quite the effort, diving back to the corner, but finally the ECU Tigers are able to break the serve of Tania Brown. What a run she's had. 4 total kills. Avery Helmuth now with 4 as well. Malia Leatherland just a single kill on the day. 11 kills for the Bison compared to 10 for the Tigers so far. Here's Taryn Weber with the swing. She sends it home. Point for OBU from Taryn Weber. The 5'9" junior outside hitter from the pin position there. Sent it cross court and landed it. So 21-13. Ina to serve now for OBU. Tough dig for Delgado. It's sent long. But they're calling for a tip, so the point's going to go to the Tigers. I didn't see who it was at the net. My guess is it would have to be Helmuth. She was the tallest of the Bison in the middle of the net there, where the ball launched through. So it's a 21-14 Bison lead. The Tigers to serve. Leatherland, the swing. Leatherland with the kill. Make it a 22-14 Bison lead. And Oklahoma now just 3 points away from closing out this opening set. 2 kills on the evening for Leatherland. That was the biggest of them both. Jousted for right here in the middle. And again, big block for the Bison. Audrey Popard teamed up with Kaylee Buell. Helmuth will rotate out as Deanna Carranza substitutes in. Chavez set far side for Leatherland. Pass made. Big swing block at the net for the Bison. Near side and another block. And again, it's Audrey Popard and Kaylee Buell. But the block lands just outside of the sideline. So the point goes to the Tigers, 22-16. Kaiser's serve. Popard's swing gets into the net. 22-17. The ECU Tigers have erased a couple of points from that deficit as of late. What a season that ECU has had. Just 5-6 on the record this year, 4-6 in conference play. But rebounding after a 2-29 season a year ago when they were 1-15 in GAC play. Cherie Lindsay in her first year at the helm for the ECU Tigers after a short stint at Seattle at the Division I. Here's Leatherland, far side, kill made. What a finish for Malia Leatherland. She was the first Bison player in the NCAA era to reach the 1,000 kill, 1,000 dig mark. And we've enjoyed watching her here on Bison Hill for the last few years. We've grown so accustomed to seeing just that, making tough finishes look easy. Big block on the left side from the Bison, Popard and Leatherland. Here's Tania Brown for Leatherland, tips it over towards the donut. Racing through the middle was Gonzalez for the Tigers. See if the Bison can reset here. It'll be Leatherland on the far side, tipped back into the Bison courts. Leatherland again and again rejected, but landed out of bounds, and it's tooling the block. Malia Leatherland. Nice attack for the senior from Broken Arrow. Last year she was an All-American. She was the GAC Player of the Year. She was the 2019 AVCA National Player of the Week once. The resume just goes on and on and on for Malia Leatherland. Overpass here from the Bison. We'll see if ECU can set anything up. They don't. Near side, Tania Brown just tipped back over, pushed towards the back line. Into the donut, Leatherland is there. Set by Buell for Tania Brown. Big swing up into the air conditioning units here. And it'll come down in play. Again, Brown right side. She sends it home. Tania Brown with the kill. Her 4th of the evening. And the Bison are going to take the opening set by a score of 25-17 on the back of Tania Brown and her 4 kills in the set. We're going to step aside for just a moment. When we come back, we'll have second set action from Bison Hill. This is OBU Volleyball on the Bison. Welcome back inside Mabee Arena at the Noble Complex on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University for D2 postseason volleyball in the Great American Conference quarterfinals between the OBU Bison and the ECU Tigers. The Bison took the opening set 25-17 as we take a look at some of those first set stats here. Bison are led in the kill column by Tania Brown and Malia Leatherland with 4. Taryn Weber picked up a pair of kills. Deanna Carranza and Audrey Papard had a kill each. I should mention Avery Helmuth, the freshman, had 4 as well. So a 3-way tie for kills for the Bison in the opening set there. In terms of assists, it was Kaylee Buell for the Bison, all the way 13 assists in the opening set. She leads the GAC in assists. The Tigers from ECU had the first serve here in the second set. Clumsy point so far. Buell gonna set near side. Tania Brown with the swing and the kill. Make it 5 in the match for Tania Brown. Kaylee Buell, 13 assists in the opening set. I mentioned that she was leading the GAC in assists, averaging 10.27 per set. She was awarded the GAC Setter of the Year award this year. Here's Buell. Sent across and recovered by the Tigers. Tooling the block there was Tati Garcia, that all GAC second team mention. And Garcia back to serve now as well. 1-1 level here in the early minutes of the second set. Buell, far side for Weber. Dug out by the libero Delgado. Leatherland makes a nice last-ditch effort, diving to her left back the line, and can't save it for the Bison. So it's a 2-1 ECU lead. I mentioned that Buell was the setter of the year, setter of the year for the GAC and leads the conference in assists. The Bison haven't really helped her out a whole lot this year, though. They've only had 2 of their 15 matches go all 5 sets, so not nearly as many opportunities for Buell to pick up assists. What makes things even more interesting is that Buell was not slated to be the starter for the Bison at setter position this year, but an injury to Rylan Moore that kept her out for a majority of the season created an opportunity for Buell. And she's made the most of it. 6 times Buell had 30 or more assists in a contest. 3 times she had 40 or more. And remember, only 2 of the matches this year for the Bison went all 5 sets. ECU to serve. They lead 3-1 here in the second set. Good effort from the Bison to keep it alive, but it's outside of the antenna and make it a 3-point advantage for ECU. Mention the big turnaround that ECU has had this year with the addition of new head coach Cherie Lindsay. Spoke with her before the match tonight. She's got 7 slated to come in next year as additions to this program, 6 freshmen and a transfer. Here's Ronza to Buell, set near side here for Brown, off the air conditioning and saved. Nice recovery made there from Dominic for ECU. Buell again Tania Brown, and this one's going all the way back outside of the antenna to the OBU bench for a point OBU. 4-2, the ECU lead here. They jumped out in front early in the opening set. It took the Bison a little bit of time to get settled, but they were able to add things up for a 25-17 first set victory and lead at 1-0. Here's dug out by Delgado. Far side is tipped long by Aaliyah Narcisse. Good decision on the back line from Malia Leatherland, and it's a point for the OBU Bison, who trail now just by 1. Carranza serves, targets again the libero Delgado, set far side for Narcisse. This is Helmuth, soft tip from Helmuth, played right at the net by the Tigers. Leatherland to Buell, swung on by Brown, dug out by the Tigers. Here's Kaiser, Can't send it home. Point for OBU, and they level it at 4-all. The GAC All-Conference Awards were announced this week. Congratulations to several Bison who were recognized. Carranza's serve, picked off by Kaiser. Here's a swing from Kaiser. Buell sets. Helmuth with the kill. Avery Helmuth snuck up out of nowhere right in the middle of the floor and picks up her 5th kill of the evening for the Bison, who lead it for the first time here in the second set, 5-4. Carranza's serve, just long. Dipping out of the way of it was the libero Alejandra Delgado, who waited it till the last possible minute to make a decision on that one. She was literally on hands and knees on the floor before she decided not to pancake underneath that one. So 5-5 all here. Helmuth in the middle, swung on, dug out by Taylor for the Tigers. Jousted for at the net, and Helmuth can't come up with it. It'll fall into the donut on the Bison side of the court. And ECU will take a 6-5 lead. Mentioned the GAC awards. Congratulations to Bison head coach Anna Howell on being named the Great American Conference Coach of the Year for the 2nd year in a row, as we see Taryn Weber pick up a kill for the Bison and tie us at 6 apiece. 2 straight years that Anna Howell has been named the GAC Coach of the Year. Led the Bison to the GAC Western Division title this year, as well as an undefeated 15-0 regular season. OBU leads the nation in blocking at 2.99 blocks per set, which if the season ended today would be a new NCAA record, and a top 25 performance this year in kills per game as well as assists per game for the Bison. Taryn Weber right at the net for the Bison, able to knock it down in front of Alani Jordan to grab back the lead for OBU. And the green and gold are ahead 7-6 here. Tania Brown to serve for the Bison. Right at Delgado, the libero. Here's a swing at the net from Narcisse, and a block made by the Bison. Avery Helmuth was there. And it's going to take us to another timeout called here. On a big run from the Bison, it's an 8-6 lead. And we'll keep it right here to talk a little bit more about these Bison this year. We mentioned that Avery Helmuth was the GAC Freshman of the Year. She's the first ever Bison to earn that accolade. She's currently 6th in the conference in blocks, averaging just under a block per set, .96. She's 6th in the GAC in hitting percentage as well, at 28%, hitting .280, if you will. She was also awarded the GAC Defensive Player of the Week accolade once. The freshman from Dallas, Texas, has made quite the impact on this Bison squad already. Can't talk enough about Kaylee Buell and the things that she has done for the Bison this year, earning the GAC Setter of the Year award, coming off the bench to replace Rylan Moore, as I mentioned, who had a hand injury. I believe it was a thumb. Hate to speculate too much further beyond that, but I know it was an injury to the upper extremity, we'll call it, for Rylan Moore that created an opportunity for Buell. And she's done not a whole lot except lead the GAC in assists this year. Coach Howell, now in her 13th year to lead the Bison, has amassed over 300 wins and 150 conference wins, 5 conference titles, 4 appearances in the national tournament, and has produced 12 All-Americans as well as 61 All-Conference selections in her 13-year span. Here's a point for the Tigers, which will tighten this back up to a 1-point set, 8-7 OBU leads, as Kelsey Chavez will check in to replace Tania Brown for the Bison. Checking in for the Tigers is number 13, Lisa Gonzalez, and she will serve for the Tigers. Chavez, now for Weber. Tipped at the net, recovered by the Tigers, swung on by Jordan, and a block of the net for the Bison. Able to send it home was Avery Helmuth. 9-7, the Bison advantage here. And it brings Kaylin Ina, the freshman from Grand Prairie, Texas, on to serve for OBU. See if they can extend this 2-point lead here, middle of the second set. Set for Kaiser near side, rejected by the Bison. They'll try the far side now in Dungeon. It was Chavez who recovered it. Again, Chavez diving to the floor, tipped just over by Alani Jordan, right in front of a diving Carranza. Makes it, again, a 1-point advantage for the Bison. This is ECU to serve 8-9. Buell sitting, Leatherland on the attack. Delgado. And Ina can't keep it in play. So we're level here, 9-all. Mentioned I spoke with Cherie Lindsay, the new head coach for the East Central Tigers, before the match. What a turnaround they've had. She said this has been such a refreshing year. It's been the easiest group of girls to coach that she's ever experienced. This group's doing things that she couldn't even get her girls at the Division I level to do a year ago at Seattle in terms of the amount of extra work they're trying to put in on the floor. But a 5-6 record this year for ECU after a 2-29 record posted a year ago. Bison back ahead, 10-9 here. From the right side, that swing from Lauren Cox goes wide. First time we've said her name on the broadcast today. And it makes it a 2-point advantage for OBU, 11-9, as Avery Helmuth will serve. They target Delgado in the middle of the floor. Far side for Jordan. Chavez, it rolls up her body, but it was saved by Buell. Garcia can't land the kill. Leatherland under with a fist. Just tipped over by Buell. Good heads-up play there from Buell. Back line for Ina. A swing from Helmuth. And now it falls to the floor. Excuse me, that's Audrey Popard, who came up on the attack for the Bison. Make it a 12-9 OBU lead. Little bit of a run here for the Bison. Both sets so far have been close early. Mentioned these two teams have squared off twice so far this year. The Bison have taken 6 of the 7 sets played. In fact, the last home match for OBU was right here on this floor against ECU. And they were able to go 3 sets and out. Nice tool of the block there for ECU to make it just a 2-point contest. It'll be Alejandra Delgado to serve, the junior from Sidra, Puerto Rico. Leatherland, the soft attack. And it's a swing made and put on the floor by Garcia. So back to a 1-point Bison lead. Delgado to serve, 11-12. Buell for Leatherland, sent back. Buell again, tips it over. And right into the wall on the attack for ECU. It's Audrey Popard and Kaylee Buell who team up for the block. And the side out, it's a 13-11 OBU lead as the redshirt junior Kaylee Buell to serve. Floats a soft serve, front line. Delgado stepped up to take it for the Tigers. Here's a set for Leatherland. From the floor, she passes it over. Carranza in the donut, set near side for Tania Brown. High off the hands, but staying in play. Popard tried to send it back down. It was a good tip from Popard. Now they set Audrey. Popard lands it in the back corner. Audrey Papard sends it home to extend the Bison lead 14-11. Out in front by 3 now. Buell again to serve for the Bison. Rejected at the wall by Papard and Brown. Buell dives in, sort of got hung up in no man's land on the back line. Made a nice effort on the pancake, did Kaylee Buell. But it'll be a side out and a rotation now for OBU, as Julia Brinton checks in for the first time today, the sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, alum of Jenks High School, into the front row for the Bison. This is Alani Jordan to serve. Carranza to Buell, and Brown on the swing. Dug out by the Tigers and sent just wide, says the linesman, and the up official agrees. Point for the Bison, 15-12. They lead it here in the second set. Tania Brown leads the Bison in scoring with 6 kills. Helmuth is 6 as well. Forgive me. Malia Leatherland with 4. It'll be Malia Leatherland to serve here. Cannot say enough about what Leatherland has meant to this OBU program over the last 4 years. The first Bison in the NCAA era to reach the 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs benchmark. Here's a set near side for Garcia. Tough dig for Buell, and it'll go well out of play. Giving chase on it was Leatherland and Carranza all the way to the back wall here. The east side wall of Maybe Arena inside the Noble Complex. This is the quarterfinal matchup between the number 1 seeded and hosting OBU Bison and East Central, who beat Southern Naz on Tuesday to advance in the GAC tournament. Leatherland with a big swing from the back line for the Bison. She sends it home and extends the Bison lead 16-13 now. OBU out in front here in the second set. They took the first set 25-17. It's been close in the early points of both sets so far. The Bison maybe now with a chance to put a little bit of space between themselves and the Tigers. Carranza's had a couple of great service games already and picks up another point for the Bison here on the Carranza serve. So 17-13 now, the Bison lead it. The Lima, Peru native, Carranza to serve. She targets the Puerto Rican Delgado. It's jousted for at the net and falls down in favor of the Bison. So quickly an 18-13 Bison lead, and that'll bring us to another timeout called by East Central University. And with that, we're going to take a timeout as well. It's an 18-13 Bison lead here for OBU Volleyball on the Bison Sports Network. Welcome back inside Maybe Arena, the Noble Complex, for GAC Quarterfinal postseason volleyball. I'm Taylor Maples, and thanks for being with me this evening on Bison Hill as the Bison look to extend a 10-game home win streak, a 20-game conference win streak, and a 3-game conference tournament win streak as the champions from From the back row, Leatherland will just send it over for the Bison. Set up an opportunity for ECU when they take advantage. Darcy Kaiser from the pin position here on the left side. Able to send it all the way home and cut the lead to 4. It's an 18-14 Bison lead. East Central trying to do something they've not done all year, and that's win 2 matches in a row. 5-6 their record on the year. They lost their 2 opening matches to Northwest Oklahoma State and Southwest Oklahoma State, both of those road contests, winning just 1 set in each of those. And then they have alternated wins and losses throughout the rest of their GAC schedule this year. That one couldn't be dug out by Kamira Landry for the Tigers, so it extends the Bison lead back to 4, 19-15, and it'll be Tania Brown to serve. Service ace from Brown, who got a little bit of help there as it licked its way over the net and right into the donut. So service ace for Brown, a lucky one, but it counts the same in the box score. 20-15 now the Bison lead. Puts it into the exact same place in the net, and this time it won't roll over. It'll stay on the Bison side of the floor, so 2016 Bison lead is and be replaced by Kelsey Chavez for OBU. The Bison, as I mentioned, a 20-game conference win streak extending all the way to last year. 15-0 on the year. They had 3 matches postponed this year against Oklahoma Christian, Arkansas Fort Smith, and Central Oklahoma. Set far side for Taryn Weber, dug out on the returning side from Delgado. Set near side for Kaiser, and a kill for Kaiser and the Tigers. Make it a 20-17 OBU lead. The Bison have picked up a few really big wins down the stretch this year. None may be bigger than against number 11 Nebraska Kearney in a neutral site contest. Big swing from Weber, jousted for it, makes its way over into the Bison territory. Here's Helmuth with a swing. Jousted for again, and the Bison able to send it home. That was Kaylee Buell who put it back down on the floor for the Bison. Mentioned the Nebraska Kearney game, though. The Bison went 5 sets against Nebraska Kearney and were victorious 3-2. Remember, a year ago, Nebraska Kearney, the team that knocked OBU out of the NCAA Central Regional Tournament. So OBU glad to avenge that loss from a year ago this year. On that trip, the Bison actually played MIAA teams. And unfortunately, the MIAA elected not to count their games for stats this year, as another block made by the Bison with Avery Helmuth and Audrey Papard teaming up on the left side there. So those 4 matches against Newman, Washburn, Nebraska Kearney, and Missouri Western don't count for the Bison in terms of stats this year. You can only imagine how much higher the stats would be for the green and gold this year should they count. Leatherland with the swing, tools the block, gets the kill. Now I believe, no, 23-17. Getting ahead of myself here. 23-17, the Bison lead it here in set 2. Ania to serve. Big swing from Leatherland. Jumped right up in the middle of the net and sent it home for the Bison, taking us to set point. 24-17, the Bison lead it here in the second set, and Kaylin Ina with a chance to serve it out for OBU. To serve. Service ace. It's a service ace from Kaylin Ina. And the Bison take set 2 by a score of 25-17. Identical set scores in the opening sets of play here. And the Bison are in front 2-0 over the Central University Tigers. We're going to step aside for just a moment. When we come back, we'll have third set action here from Bison Hill. OBU leads it on the Bison. Welcome back inside the Noble Complex in Shawnee, Oklahoma for GAC postseason volleyball. The Bison took sets 1 and 2 by final scores of 25-17 in each of them. Taking a look at some scores from around the tournament, if the Bison are able to hold on and win this one, they will go on to play the winner of Arkansas Tech and Henderson, who are playing as we speak. Arkansas Tech won the opening set and is ahead in the middle points of the second set as well. First point of this set goes to the Tigers on the side out, and it'll be the junior Darcy Kaiser to serve. Unsure still where that game would happen. If Harding is able to beat Monticello, they would host the next round. If Harding is unable to win that contest, the Bison would get to host right here in Shawnee. Right now, Harding leads Monticello in the second set after winning the first set as well. So if everything goes, it's a 2-0 lead, though, here in the third set for the Tigers. That one's going to fall in. Nice tip from the Bison. That from the right side, just sneaking it over and landing it in front of Delgado for the point to stop the ECU run. It's a 1-2 score now, Bison serving. Far side from Narcisse. This one's Leatherland. Delgado can't come up with it, and it's a big kill for the Bison and a big kill for Malia Leatherland to even us at 2 apiece. Rejected on the right side by the Bison. Here's Helmuth. Nice save. Chavez set for Leatherland and a kill. right off the upper arms of Alejandra Delgado. The libero for the Tigers can't come up with it, and the Bison are on top here 3-2. Avery Helmuth, the GAC Freshman of the Year, to serve. Delgado, far side for Jordan, blocked. Tipped right back though, and the point's going to go to the Bison. Julia Brinton and Malia Leatherland, I believe, on that block. Again, here's Helmuth. Near side swing goes wide. The linesman says in. Anna Howell, the head coach for the Bison, disagreed, as did the up official. And that's the only opinion that really matters. So 5-2, the Bison lead it. And it'll extend the service of Avery Helmuth. Bison serving 5-2. Short serve, the net. Service error for the Bison, 5-3. So Carranza will come on to replace Helmuth for the Bison, and it'll be Alejandra Delgado to serve for the Tigers. Looking to win 2 matches in a row for the first time this year, and even their record at 6-all on the year at ECU. Here's a swing from Brinton, and a kill as well. Julia Brinton popped up out of nowhere at 5'9" and sent it home for the Bison. 6-3 they lead. The early points all night in these sets have gone back and forth. ECU has even led early in sets. The Bison out in front here in the third set though. Malia Leatherland with the kill, tipped at the net. And a diving attempt from Darcy Kaiser along the back line for ECU, but enough pop on that one from the senior Malia Leatherland, and it's a 7-3 OBU lead. Papard to serve. Ina now for Brown, tipped over into the donut, and there's nobody there. Tania Brown, everyone retreated. Absolute power on the attack, and she fooled the ECU Tigers there and then tipped it right into the donut, making it an 8-3 OBU lead. Brown with the block alongside Brinton. Back line recovery for Ina. Here's Leatherland, big swing dug out by Delgado. Near side now for Garcia. Ina for the Bison, near side Tania Brown, top spun, right into the donut, but grabbed. Jousted for at the net, and it falls in front of the Bison, and is going to be an ECU point. Boy, we have seen Tania Brown get some absolute distance off this earth on some of these blocks and some of these kills. You think athleticism runs in that family. Her brother is Greg Brown, the basketball player at the University of Texas, a 5-star recruit in 2020. There's Brown set up far side. Carranza to Brown, just wide. It'll be an 8-5 game as the goes to the Tigers there. Good thought from Tania Brown trying to sneak it in that right side sideline, but just pushed a little too far and sent it wide. Anna Marie Dominic to serve. Brinton in the middle, Brinton to the floor, and it's a point for the Bison. Julia Brinton has quietly put together a decent performance here for OBU. Couple of kills on a couple of attempts, hitting 1,000 on the night for OBU. Here's Leatherland to again. They target Delgado, the libero. Point's going to go for the Bison there as Julia Brinton got up off the floor, for the block. Tania Brown was there as well, but it looked like a solo block from here for Julia Brinton. It's a 10-5 Leatherland to serve for OBU. Set in the middle for Kaiser, but an attack violation. That was Darcy Kaiser who got tagged. So the point goes to the Bison. The scoreboard here in the arena yet to reflect it. And the side, double check myself here, the scoreboard, yep, 11-6. We're trailing behind just a little bit here in the arena. It says 10-6 at the scores table. The Bison took sets 1 and 2, both by scores of 25-17, and lead at 11-6 here in the third set. Taryn Weber crashing right into the post there. This one sent wide by the Tigers. It'll be another Bison point. Should be 12-6. Now we're getting ourselves corrected. Thanks in part to the public address announcer here. Game day staff at OBU does such a phenomenal job with their game presentation. Hard-pressed to find a better show at the Division II level. Could say that of the OBU athletics department as a whole, led by athletic director Robert Davenport. (12-7) the OBU lead here in the third set. It'll be Kamira Landry, the freshman from Dallas, Texas, 5'11", to serve for the Tigers. Leatherland with the first pass, set here by Buell. It was a quick touch from Helmuth right at the net. Sent back across, Taryn Weber into the net. And it'll be a point for the Tigers. So 12-8 the score. The Tigers hanging around in this third set, trailing just by 4. Landry's serve. A set for Brown. Big kill from Tania Brown to stop the ECU run and make it a 13-8 OBU lead. Tania Brown will go back to serve now for the Bison. She's got 3 aces in the contest. A pair of digs, 8 kills as well. A little bit of panic from the Bison line there. Helmuth had it sneaked right over on top of her. Here's a swing from Landry. Set far side for Kaiser in the middle. Kaiser's swing goes wide. Point for the Bison. Make it a 14-8 OBU lead. And we're going to attend to something on the floor here to give both of these teams a chance to breathe. Thanks for being with us tonight on the Bison Sports Network. I'm Taylor Maples and thrilled to bring you live GAC Conference Tournament action here from Bison Hill, the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The third time that the OBU Bison and the East Central Tigers have squared off this year. The first back on February 19th, the Bison came out on top 3-1 in that one. Then again on March 23rd, right here on Bison Hill, 3-0, the Bison swept that one. OBU has won 6 of the 7 sets played against ECU coming into tonight and have a 2-set lead in this one. Quick touch over there from Helmuth for the Bison. Makes it a 15-8 lead. And it'll take us to a timeout called by Cherie Lindsay and the ECU Tigers. It's a 15-8 Bison lead on Bison Hill, and we're going to step aside for just a moment. This is OBU Volleyball on the Bison Sports Network. Welcome back to Bison Hill. OBU with a 2-set lead over the East Central Tigers and a 15-8 lead in this one. Harding with a 2-set lead over Arkansas Monticello, but they're tied 11-all in the third set. Carranza for the Bison, set by Buell. Taryn Weber recovered by the Tigers. Quick couple of touches. Here's a swing from Abercrombie. First time we've said her name on the broadcast. Back over the top. Creative play there from Kaylee Buell, but sends it just wide. The creativity from the redshirt junior back over the top of her head, almost like a reverse dunk if you think of it that way as a basketball player. But it makes it a 15-9 Bison lead. ECU to serve. Chavez. Chavez again, set by Buell. Big swing for Brenna Holly to pick up her first kill of the night for the Bison. OBU's led by Malia Leatherland. No surprise there, 11 kills on the night for Leatherland. Taryn Weber snuck up to 4 kills. Tania Brown with 8, Audrey Papard with 3, Kaylee Buell with 3, and Avery Helmuth with 6 kills for OBU. There's an error on the attack from Aaliyah Narcisse, and it's a point for the Bison, who now lead it 17-9. Here's Tania Brown to serve for the Bison. Big swing of momentum here in the direction of OBU. Good serve low right across the top of the net. Put back on the floor by Malia Leatherland. Popped up right in the middle of the court for the Bison and slammed it home. Make it an 18-9 Bison lead. Three service aces on the evening for Tania Brown. Jousted for there at the net. Leatherland and Holly were there. Here's a set for Leatherland. Big swing and a kill. Malia Leatherland picks up her 13th kill of the evening. A double-double so far for Leatherland. 13 kills and 11 digs. And she'll get an ovation as the senior Leatherland will be replaced on the floor. Kaylin Ina to serve. Here's a set near side for Abercrombie, rejected by the Bison. Now a swing back from Holly, and it lands. Brenna Holly able to tool the block and jump ahead 20-9 and take us to another ECU timeout. We'll keep it right here, though. The Bison just 5 points away from advancing in this tournament. Remember, they will square off against the winner between Arkansas Tech and Henderson, who are playing as we speak. Arkansas Tech won the first set and had a lead in the second. The site of that match still yet to be determined based on whether Harding wins tonight against Arkansas Monticello. If Harding wins, which it looks as if they will, they've got a 2-set lead and a close one in the third set. If Harding can win against Monticello, it'll be a matchup on the 10th. Let me double check. That's Saturday at Harding between the OBU Bison and the Harding Bisons. If Harding ultimately drops this one to Monticello, then OBU would get to host on Saturday against the winner of Arkansas Tech and Henderson. What a season it's been, though, so far for OBU. Can't say enough about this team and the adversity that they've overcome throughout this COVID-19 pandemic to get to this point in a 15-0 season, part of a 20-game conference win streak and a 10 home game streak. They've also won 3 in a row in the GAC tournament, reigning all the way back last year to their GAC Tournament Championship run. The Bison did lose 3 contests to postponement this year. Oklahoma Christian, Arkansas Fort Smith, and Central Oklahoma matches were not played. So the Bison could have been, should they have played and won those matches, an 18-0 mark at this point. But 15-0 is pretty good. Here's a swing for the Bison from Brecken Rockmore that just goes long. And it's a point for the Tigers, 20-10. Boy, the Bison have run away with this third set so far. The last 2 sets were really close through the early and middle points. 25-17, the final tallies in both of the first 2 sets tonight. Here's an overpass from the Bison, and it's put down on the floor, taken advantage of by Aaliyah Narcisse and the ECU Tigers. What a run it's been this year for the ECU Tigers, a 5-6 record on the year after a 2-29 mark a year ago, under the leadership of new head coach Cherie Lindsay. Big swing for the Bison from De'Erica Frierson. As there's a big head run through the crowd here of Frierson, must be a family member, I would assume. Love the creativity from the crowd. Brenna Hawley's serve now for the Bison. They lead it 21-11. This one's back in nearly off the chin, it looked like, of Kaylin Ina. So a point for the Tigers. Makes it a 9-point difference. 21-12, the Bison lead it here. Tigers to serve. It'll be the libero Alejandra Delgado. A floater right into the middle for Ina. Set in a swing for Frierson. Can't connect, and it's a point for the Tigers. 21-13. Volleyball's such a game of momentum. The Bison have yet to really be able to run away with the mood in this contest. Close sets 1 and 2. This is the biggest distance they've had between themselves and the Tigers so far. You'd love to see them go on a run here. That's maybe a start for the Bison. A pancake attempt from Delgado was unsuccessful, so 22-13. The Bison with a chance maybe now to serve things out for the match. Here's Rockmore. Set far side for Narcisse. She connects, lands the kill, and a side out. 22-14 the score. It'll bring in Tati Garcia for ECU. The Bison will substitute Rockmore for Kaylee Buell on for the Bison. What a night Buell's had. A pair of kills, 33 assists on the evening for Kaylee Buell. Makes it her 7th contest this year with 30 or more assists for the Bison. And a big swing there from Tania Brown as I was looking at the stat sheet. Makes it a 23-14 Bison lead. De'Erica Frierson to serve. Just 2 points away from the match here for the Bison. Frierson dribbles and serves. Floater right into the middle. Delgado, swing, and a kill for ECU and Tati Garcia. Big, heavy right hand there from the junior Garcia. Mentioned she was an all-GAC second team recognition this year. The first Tiger to be mentioned in GAC awarding since 2014. Bison out in front by 8. This rally serving, a chance to get 1 point closer to the match here. Weber puts it on the floor. Taryn Weber snuck it down in front of the libero Alejandra Delgado, and that takes us to set point, match point for the Bison. It'll be Diana Carranza to serve for the match. And that's it for the Bison. OBU takes set 3, 25-15. To follow set wins in set 1, 25-17, and set 2, 25-17, to sweep ECU by a final score of 3-0. Oklahoma Baptist will improve to 16-0 on the year. ECU will fall to 5-7. And we'll step aside for just a moment before we come back for a conversation with Bison head coach Anna Howell. Keep it here, won't you, on the Bison Sports Network. Leah, congratulations on the win this evening and the season as a whole. 13 kills in this contest. Give us kind of an overview of the momentum and the feel of this match this evening.
Yeah, the intensity on the court was really great out there. It was great to see everybody come together. We've had a strong week of practice this week, and we were fired up and ready to go, and I was really proud of how we came out and played, and yeah, we played really well.
Your team has put together a great run this season and extending all the way back into last season under the direction of head coach Anna Howell. What do you have to say about what your head coach Howell has brought to this program in the last few years?
Oh yeah, Coach Howell, Anna, oh man, yeah, she is coach of the year, that's for sure, and Caden too. She has really pushed us to be just better than we believe we can ourselves, and she believes in us every single day in practice, and she's really just brought the momentum for us on the court too, and we're just very blessed to have her as our head coach.
Kaylee Buell was the GAC Setter of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Leads the conference in assists and had 35 assists tonight. She stepped into such a tough role. Talk about what it's like to have her as a teammate.
Oh man, Kaylee's a great teammate. She's always out there. Kaylee's the type of setter that she never complains about a bad pass, and let me tell you, I've had some bad passes out there, so that is great. She works for us every day. She fights for us, and it doesn't matter what ball we put up, she's always going to make it better out there, and she's a great teammate to have for us. I love Kaylee Buell.
Well, Malia, thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for everything you've meant to this program over the last few years. The first Bison to reach the 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs marks in the NCAA era. What has your time on Bison Hill been like?
Oh man, my time at OBU has been amazing. I love OBU and the community we have here, and just the team, how it's been over the 4 years. But I'm not done yet. We still got some time to go. Well,
congratulations on the big win tonight, Malia. I'll let you go. Your team able to defeat ECU in 3 sets and improve your 15-0 record by 1 to a 16-0 mark. Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.
That was Malia Leatherland, the senior from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And what a career she had here for OBU. The Bison win it tonight in 3 sets over ECU, and we bring in the head coach, Anna Howell, to the conversation now. Anna is not there quite yet. We're getting her hooked up here, forgive me. Now it looks like we're ready to bring head coach Anna Howell into the conversation. Anna, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Coach, congratulations on a great win tonight. What has this season been like from your seat?
Oh, it's been so enjoyable to have a group of girls that want to win and work really hard and just have a mindset to be a great team and just to keep going for it every single day. They're super committed to their world of volleyball, but more so their world of being a team, a family, and just their growth. And it's just really, it's amazing to watch and it's amazing to coach.
This has been a year unlike any other, and dare I say an unprecedented year. You're probably as tired as I am of hearing that exact word, but the adversity that your group has had to overcome this year, how different have things looked in your training sessions, in your practices, just in the day-to-day life of a student athlete at OBU this year?
Yeah, I think, it's because we're using Bible study and they were able to come to our house for the first time for an outdoor Easter egg hunt for Easter. And it's sometimes hard to cultivate that team, that family, those relationships. But we have a group of seniors, upperclassmen that are just super committed to making the team in unity. And I think they just really brought everybody in. And even though they weren't able to really get together in groups, they really worked hard to make sure that everybody felt included. And just, when you get in the gym and you work and you compete and you can leave as friends every day, that makes a big difference. But, for us, this year has been so much fun. But we definitely wouldn't look at it as it was just different. It wasn't something that hurt us. I think it was just different. And we were able to kind of switch that mindset really early. I'm thankful for the fall, and with us having a lot of new freshmen on our team, being able to develop them and work with them and just, just into competing, we were able to really train them and let them know who we are as coaches, that we're not, just competitors. We are people that care about them and kind of make them understand, like, when we're saying this is what we mean. It doesn't mean that we're mad at you or, we just want change and growth from you. And I think they were really able to accept that. So as a team, they really understand us really well as coaches, and they can come together a lot better when that happens too.
We spoke just a few moments ago with Malia Leatherland, and as expected, she passed everything off onto her teammates. Yeah. What can you say positively, though, about what she has meant to this team this year and your program as a whole over the last few years?
Malia is just the picture of hard work and commitment. She wants to get better. She's intentional about her relationships, about what she's doing as a player, as a person, as a nurse. She's had a tough semester with all the things she's had to balance. But she cares and she loves for people. And when you're like that, you're a leader. And she always tells me, I'm not really like that leader person. And I was like, you don't have to be loud to be a leader. You be a good example. And I think that's what she is every single day and what she's been ever since she's been here. And the team follows people that want to work hard, and she's just the top of that, and she's just a wonderful person. And I'm thankful that I've gotten to coach her these last 4 years, and hopefully in the fall again.
Kaylee Buell had 35 assists in this contest. That's the 7th time she's exceeded 30 in a contest. She's kind of stepped into a rough role this year. Talk about her development, what you've seen from her so far this year.
Yeah, Kaylee is a great athlete, and just for her, she was able to get a lot of freedom this year. I kind of, in the spring, I just, the other setters had gotten hurt at some point, and so Kaylee really just got the opportunity to take over, and she has really come into her own and used her athleticism. She's used her mind, which she's learned a lot in her time here about how to run the offense, what she wants to see. She's passionate. She does not complain if there's a bad pass. She just really fights to make it better, and I think that's really put her in a great leadership position as the setter on the team, and has earned her a lot of respect, and she deserves every bit of respect because she is a really, really hard worker and committed to making her teammates better.
Well, I can let you in on a little bit of news here. We've been scoreboard watching. Harding has defeated Monticello.
Yeah, we were just looking at the phone while I was waiting my turn.
So you'll be traveling to Searcy this weekend, and it looks, as of right now, like it might be Arkansas Tech. What are your thoughts moving forward in your next matchup?
I'm just excited to get to play some teams we haven't seen, and to go in and compete. I think we're ready to compete. I want the opportunity to play those teams, and so do our girls, and show what Oklahoma has and how we've been competing this year, and I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity to go to Searcy and to stay in a hotel with the girls and just get that more of that team time that I think we really, really love, and just get to play some great competition. You know, these girls have seen a lot of great competition so far this year, but they thrive on that. They want more competition all the time, and you know, not just having to play each other and getting somebody new. They're excited. They want the new.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time this evening. Congratulations on the win and your second straight GAC Coach of the Year award. Go enjoy this one with your team.
Thank you.
That is OBU Bison head coach Anna Howell joining us here in the post game. OBU CU in 3 sets and walks away from this one victorious, extending their 15-0 run on the year to 16-0. And we're going to be done here from Bison Hill after that. Thanks for being with me this evening. I'm Taylor Maples. Truly have enjoyed the time with you this evening from Bison Hill. OBU moves on in the GAC tournament and will play Saturday in Searcy against the winner of Arkansas Tech and Henderson. At this point, it looks like it will be Arkansas Tech, but keep an eye on the GAC standings for more on that. That'll be this Saturday the 10th at Harding against the winner of Arkansas Tech and Henderson. The Bison win this one in 3 sets and improve to 16-0 on the year and 11-0 against GAC opponents. I'm Taylor Maples. Thanks for being with us this evening for OBU Volleyball on the Bison Sports Network.